The call to the member for Monash.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and I'm very pleased to have the opportunity to address this motion because I'm proud to represent a region that grows, makes and manufactures things the rest of Victoria and indeed Australia look to. Energy is an essential component of everything that we produce in the Monash electorate and the broader Gippsland region, and that ranges from 23% of our national milk output coming from the Gippsland region to 26% of Victoria's beef production. And that clean, green horticultural produce, the manufactured goods, the meats, the proteins that come from our region all rely on sustainable, secure energy supply. And those answers lie above and below the ground in many regions across Australia. And in my region, I don't have the power stations. My colleague, the member for Gippsland, by a few kilometres, has the power stations and the infrastructure, but I'm very proud to represent the people that work in those power stations, those once 4, now 3 Latrobe Valley power stations. And when we're addressing the issue of sovereign capability and when we're addressing the associated issues of being able to keep our lights on and our businesses running, those power stations have an important role to play. In just the next 2 years, by 2028, the Yallourn Power Station is scheduled for closure. Now, Madam Deputy Speaker, that power station represents about 22% of Victoria's baseload electricity, and I don't know where that replacement capacity is going to come from. The Victorian Labor government don't have a clear, coherent plan for where that electricity, that cheap, abundant electricity that set Victoria up as a manufacturing state, is going to be replaced. There are hundreds of jobs and indeed a broader ecosystem of small and family businesses that rely on that quantum of heavy industry, as they do in many regions. And with due respect to everybody that I think comes to this place with good intentions, I have to say I wish that a number of the Teal representatives in this place that stand up with vigour and zeal on behalf of tech billionaires would apply the same vigour and zeal to standing up for regional communities and regional jobs as there are in my area. Gas is an essential part of feedstock as well as electricity in regions like mine. And I'll give a shout out to Radford's Meats. They've been operating in West Gippsland in Warrigal for 80 years. Robbie Radford's the managing director there. The family-run business was started by his father. And they need gas. They need gas for their refrigerators. They need gas for their boilers. If I go across to South Gippsland, where we have a number of dairy processors, they need gas as an essential part of what they do. And I think when we address sovereign capability, energy is a very big part of what we're talking about here, but it also flows through to really essential products like fertiliser. We've got the largest single deposit of brown coal in the southern hemisphere in the Latrobe Valley. Now, not all of that will continue to generate electricity. There's some terrific prospects for coal to fertiliser, coal to diesel. And I've got to say that the reckless disregard by the Victorian state government when it comes to jobs and economic security presented by some of those projects has been reprehensible. There was a project a few years ago now that the proponents spent 6 years on and millions of dollars and got nowhere thanks to Lily D'Ambrosio, the Victorian Energy Minister. They took that project across to New Zealand and got done in 6 months what they couldn't get done in Victoria in 6 years. Now, fertiliser is when you're talking about sovereign capability, that's essential for farmers. Fuel is essential for farmers. I've had too many conversations over the last few months with farmers at financial and emotional breaking point because these issues have not been dealt with satisfactorily, and that is why I will stand up on behalf of local farming families. I will stand up on behalf of manufacturing businesses in my electorate, and I will stand up and pay my respect to the power station workers in the Latrobe Valley who have kept our lights on and kept our businesses running and far too often failed to get the respect, recognition and regard that their efforts deserve.